band. Ballarat's most famous for being the site of the Eureka Stockade when miners revolted against the government for taxing them too much. Now it's famous for other things, including the Mavises.
I'm Rex Hardware and I'm here at the site of the 1854 Eureka Rebellion, where the miners rose up against the soldiers, against licence fees. That's for the tourists though, that's not for us. My name's Rex, I've written a book called A Short History of Ballarat Bands. I'm going to take you around Ballarat. I've got an ABC car, there's the Z number plate, I've got a chauffeur, on you go driver, Z's away. I put this book together over about 7 months, Short History of Ballarat Bands. Luckily, the Ballarat City Council's Community Arts Department were right into youth and arts last winter. There's been some pretty unusual band names in Ballarat over the years. Frank Banner and the Pencils, Trip and Phil's Reggae Crusade, Patrick McCabe and the Cellar Dwellers, Cancerous Membranes, The Boxing Tostados, Kamikaze Jones, Rotating Toaster, and the Sesame Seed Band. Lost in Target was a favourite of mine. Well, the Mavis is an unusual enough name in itself, but I guess everyone knows about them now.
Hi, I'm Matt from the Mavises. This is Becky,
hello,
Nick and Andrea. And we're in Ballarat, where we grew up and started the band in the late 80s, actually, about 87. And we're sitting in the Rotunda. The Rotundas, for me, bring back memory of like New Year's Eve, where the whole town gets really drunk and it's really rough. And it's quite scary going down here, because we look pretty different.
Throwing eggs at people in this rotunda from across the road there, in that window.
This is where I used to live. There's some hoons, which used to get hassled by, but it was really handy because, like, living there, I could just run to the door and open the key and lock myself in away from them all. Lovely flat.
I used to get hassled a fair bit living in Ballarat as well, just because of the way I look. Used to get chased quite a fair bit and beaten up once in McDonald's. Yeah, I think all members of the Mavises actually have had sort of violence and episodes here and there.
And lots of people went through that flat, but it was it's above a pizza shop, so we all lived on pizza and went over to the road and we'd all play gigs just in the pub across the road when we got old enough. We'd sit in the balcony and write songs. I'd sit my dog up there with me and just listen to the people screaming and doing laps. I think they were bored. But everyone's bored, so you just have to create, you know, stuff to do. So we formed a band. That's what we did.
This is the Civic Hall behind me. It's where we used to go and see bands when we were really young, like about 14, 15. Some of the bands were like Uncanny X-Men, Pseudo Echo and Geisha. Once we went and saw them, me and my friends Sally and Spiro went running behind, tried to get in backstage while they were still playing. And we got up into their dressing room and took their leather jackets, and then we went and buried them. And then went back the next day and went through and got the address and sent them back because they were really happy.
Ethan Prisoner comes from Ballarat as well, and we used to our friends used to hang around her house, probably hassle her.
And stole a pair of her glasses off her mantelpiece.
You would say that.
Someone's got these glasses on. I can't remember who it is.
I can't remember who it is either.
And you think you know, but you haven't seen my eyes. So I crawl up streets, but you haven't seen my eyes.
The train was really our
connection, our link with the rest of the world. So we're fairly isolated in Ballarat. We used to go down, catch the train down probably once a month to buy records.
Before we moved to Melbourne, we used to catch a train to do gigs and stuff as well for a while with all our equipment on the train.
A couple of times we caught the train down and we'd have a shopping trolley full of equipment that we'd wheel to the gigs. That was before we had cars.
We named the Mavis after the cat that used to when we practiced in the house next door.
Yeah, there was always a cat lurking around.
And it was called the Mavis. It was called Mavis, and we just said it for a joke. Oh, we're all about Mavises. And we're stuck with it now.